1. Example 4, we're going to evaluate and graph a polynomial function. So here we're looking at the density of the sun in grams per centimeter cubed, expressed as a percent of the distance from the core of the sun. So that means just a percent from the core to the surface, but we're going to do that as a decimal. So 1 would be from the center there, from the center all the way out, from the center all the way out. The core would be 1, right, because it's 100%. And then so halfway would be 50%, so that's going to be expressed as 0.5. So I can find the density by having this function right here, f of x equals 519 x to the fourth minus 1630 x cubed plus 1844 x squared minus 889 x plus 150. Okay, so x equals 0 would be exactly at the core, and the surface would be 1. So we want to express that as a function first. So we want to find the core density of the sun at radius 60% of the way to the surface. So that means that our x would go ahead and equal 0.6. And so we're going to use that function that it just gave us, f of x, and we're going to do f of 0.6. And we're going to enter that into our equation. So we have 519 x, which is 0.6 to the fourth, minus 1630.6 cubed plus 1844.6 squared minus 889 times 0.6 and then plus 150. Okay, so we can enter that into our calculator and we get approximately 0.6224, and we're talking about grams in cubic centimeters, so grams per centimeters cubed. Okay, and so we just enter that in, and that's what our density is at 60% to the surface. Okay, and next we can go ahead and graph that function. So if we graph it, I'll show you what it looks like. So if we are to graph it, it would look something like this. So as I put in 0.6, I got 0.6224, so I could go over 0.6 and go up 0.6224, so I estimate there, and then I can plug in these other values and get these other points, and then go ahead and graph those, and that's what this looks like. So you can think about this question here. What values of x make sense in the context of the situation? Okay, so can I plug in any x into a polynomial function? Right, so if I have a polynomial function like this, can I plug in anything I want? Right, the domain should be -infinity to infinity. But what makes sense in the context of this situation when I'm measuring from the core out to the surface? What x's make sense?